lot of fresh ideas. I was taking a trip out to L.A., touring along in my Chevrolet, poking on the number and digging on the radio. Just as I crossed the Mississippi line, I heard that highway starting to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to go. Well, the spare was flat, so I got up tight, because there wasn't a filling station in sight, so I just limped on down the shoulder on the rim. Went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, I was right in front of this little bar, kind of a redneck-looking joint called the Dewdrop Inn. Well, I stuffed my hair up under my hat and told the bartender that I had a flat, and would he be kind enough to give me change for a one. Well, there was one thing I was sure glad to see. They were sold the place except for him and me, and he just looked disgusted and pointed toward the telephone. Well, I called up the station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today, and he could have somebody there in just about 10 minutes or so. He said, now you just stay right where you're at. I didn't bother to tell the darn fool that I sure as hell didn't have any place else to go. I just ordered up beer, sat down at the bar, when some guy walked in and said, who owns this car? With a peace sign, mag wheels, and 4 on the floor. Well, he looked at me and I damn near died, and I decided that I'd just wait outside, so I laid $1 on the bar and headed for the door. Just when I thought I'd get out of there with my skin, these 5 big dudes come strolling in with this one old drunk chick and some fella with green teeth. I was almost to the door when the biggest one said, you tip your hat to this pretty son. When I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Now the last thing I wanted was to get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially being there was 3 of them and only 1 of me. They all started laughing, and I started to feel kind of sick, and I knew I'd better think of something pretty quick. So I just reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Well, he let out a yell that'd curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair and said, watch him, folks, because he's a thoroughly dangerous man. Well, you may not know it, but this man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI. He's been sitting down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. Well, he was still bending over holding on to his knee, but everybody else was looking and listening to me. And I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. I said, would you believe this man has gone as far as tearing the Wallace stickers off the bumpers of cars? And he voted for George McGovern for president. Well, he's a friend of them long-haired hippie-type pinko bags. I bet you he's even got a communist flag tacked up on the wall inside of his garage. He's a snake in the grass, I tell you guys. He may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage. They all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, now you just wait a minute, Jim. You know he's lying. I've been living here all my life. I'm a faithful follower of the Brother John Burton. I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I even got a garage. You can go home and ask my wife. Then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't stick around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. When I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off the jack, so I threw a man a 20, jumped in, and fired that mother up. Mario Andretti would have sure been proud of the way I was moving when I passed that crowd, coming out the door and head toward me at a trot. I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun, chasing them all just once around the parking lot. Well, they're headed for their cars, but I hit the gas, spun around and headed them off at the pass. I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. I had them all out there slipping and fetching like the hedge was on fire and their asses was catching, but I figured I'd better go ahead and split before the cops got there. When I hit the road, I was really wheeling, had the gravel flying and the rubber squealing, but I didn't slow down till I was almost to Arkansas. Well, I think I'm gonna reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody think I'd fit if I went to L.A. via Omaha.